All right. Meanwhile, in Chicago.
Okay.
Yes. A judge has ordered the Chicago Police Department to turn over 48 years worth of misconduct files.
Jeez.
I can only begin to imagine what's going to be in here. And how much money this is going to cost the city for these fucking lawsuits. Judge Allison Conlon... No, don't do that. Don't reload. Okay. Judge Allison Conlon ordered the CPD to produce all misconduct files. All misconduct files. From 1967 to 2015.
They're not going to get them all.
Probably not.
The hell, they probably don't even have them all. They've probably been deleting and destroying shit the whole time. They probably don't even have fucking 30% of all that shit.
Yeah, and we've talked about John Burge a lot on the podcast, but this would include, like, John Burge's basically entire career.
Shit, they're going back to the 60s. There's going to be shit about the Panthers.
Yeah, Fred Hampton, MLK, Martin Luther King.
Yeah, wasn't he 1968 was when he was murdered?
Yeah, but also keep in mind, he got fucked up in Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, the Nazis fucked him up. Yeah, because he was leading a march for, like, access to, like, affordable housing and not even neo-Nazis. They were still real Nazis at that point because World War II ended in 45 and, like, got fucking cracked in the head with, like, a brick or a bottle or some shit. Yeah. Interesting. So the judge noted that the CPD had, quote, willfully and intentionally failed to comply with the Illinois Freedom of Information Act. Yeah. All right. A Cook County judge is giving Chicago police until the end of the year to turn over nearly 5 decades worth of previously unreleased files, all related to allegations of misconduct by officers.
So Illinois has its own Freedom of Information Act?
Yes.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yes. The order was issued Friday in a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit filed against the city by Charles Green, who served more than 2 decades in prison after being convicted in a quadruple murder on the West Side in the 1980s. In 2015, 6 years after his release, Green filed a FOIA request with the city asking for copies of any and all closed complaint register files from 1967 to 2015. I wonder why he picked those dates in particular. Like, 1967 is an oddly specific year. I wonder if that was just, like, the maximum he could go back to, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
The request was made, and Green's attorney said in order to help him discover evidence of his innocence and to preserve and disseminate evidence of innocence to others who have been wrongfully convicted. Judge Allison Conlon ordered the CPD to produce all files to Green by the end of 2020, noting that CPD had willfully and intentionally failed to comply with the Illinois Freedom of Information Act. Jared Casaglad, Green's attorney, said the files would be published to the Invisible Institute's website on a rolling basis. The Invisible Institute had previously published the names of officers accused of misconduct, as well as a brief description of the allegations and if any disciplinary actions were taken. A law department spokesman said in an email, quote, "We are evaluating the court's decision and are considering options for next steps." They can do what the fuck the judge said. That's your next fucking step. Get the fuck out of here. Conlon's order will likely provide the clearest look to date at alleged misconduct by Chicago police officers and how those cases are investigated. The order threatens to expose decades of police corruption and other skeletons out of the CPD closet and prevents the city from continuing to expend millions in taxpayer dollars to keep police misconduct a secret, and makes patterns of police misconduct readily available to the public, which will inform the ongoing public debate on how to police the police, said Casaglad in a statement. Martin Priebe, second vice president of the Fraternal Order of Police, said in an email that the judge's ruling was great news for the lovey lapdog media.
The what lapdog?
It's the name of a law firm that routinely prosecutes civil rights cases against police. Lovey and Lovey.
Lovey with a V?
Loevy.
Loevy.
Yeah,
Lovey.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. What the fuck? You know what? To me, because I'm looking at it, it's like, so what? They got Lori Lightfoot in? Mm-hmm. Like, is this just to make it look like Lori Lightfoot's fighting for the people?
Except Lori Lightfoot didn't get this approved. The guy who was in prison got it approved.
Ugh.
So, you know.
Yeah, this is not good. They don't even have all that shit. And right now, in this moment, they're not even trying.
Even if people were only able to get like 30% of it, I think that would be huge. Even fucking 10% with the amount of fucking misconduct in Chicago. That would be fucking huge. I'm happy. I'm very curious to see where this goes.
If it's that much misconduct, at that point, it's just conduct.
It is just conduct at that point. But I mean, I haven't done the tallies in a while, but I think from like 2004 to like 2018, it was like $900 million in police misconduct and brutality cases. And those were just the cases that won money. Like, that's not counting people whose cases got dismissed, people who didn't even fucking file in the first place. Like, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, see what the fuck happens. I guess, oh, well, I don't have my planner to make a note to follow up on that. All right. WineCellarMedia.goddamn.com. I need my planner.